Hey there people, it's your favorite WeedleTwin the Emperor, back with never before seen super creative,
talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before.
a holiday Christmas theme team video. And yes, as you can see, we have Santa and Cinderella next to us. We're wearing our Christmas festive outfit. As you can see, we have Pokemon like Abomasnow, our tree. We have Starmie with a star on top of the tree. We have Santa Roar yet again. And then we have Miss Claus in the background. Santa Claus looks like he wants to play. I would love to play with Incineroar. And then we have Delibird. Like, we're so festive. I can't wait to...
You what?
Is that a Xerneas? Are you using a Xerneas on the holidays? What has happened to you? But Game Freak, Dexedid, Sawsbuck, and Stantler, and then in the Crown Tundra, they added Xerneas for the deer Pokemon. So Game Freak said, you're gonna use Xerneas and you're gonna like it. So we're gonna be using Xerneas today on our holiday theme team. But yeah, let's get into the battles. So our first opponent today, Strafe, has a Regigigas Weezing team, which is kind of scary for our team to deal with, despite the fact we do have Xerneas. We do have no normal resistance, so Regigigas is going to Dynamax, Max Strike, and get 6 kills. Oh, only 4 because it is double 4v4. But yeah, it's looking like a pretty scary matchup, but we're just going to get into the battle. We are using a holiday theme team, so we're just in it for the fun, pretty much. I'm not trying to win every battle, I'm just trying to use some Christmas theme team strategies for your entertainment. So yeah, we're going to hop right into the battle against Strafe. Surprisingly, my opponent decides not to lead off with the Regigigas. He does lead off with the Weezing and Moltres, surprisingly, as I lead off with my Rudolph, the Xerneas, and Miss Claus, the Jynx. And this strategy I'm using in this battle kind of revolves around my Xerneas Dynamaxing. So we're going to be Dynamaxing our Xerneas. I know, I just said it's a holiday theme team. I'm not trying to like try hard and win every game, but my strategy revolves around Dynamaxing Xerneas, as you'll see why in just a second. So, yeah, my opponent's going to Dynamax their Weezing in response to the Xerneas, which was super funny in my opinion. I did not expect the opponent to Dynamax Weezing, but we're actually going to go for Max Guard here with Xerneas, and it's very important that we Max Guard because my Jynx is able to go for Copycat, and Max Guard is actually from Geomancy, so because we Copycat my Xerneas Max Guard, we're able to Copycat Xerneas' Geomancy, and my Jynx does carry the Power Herb, so we'll be able to go for the Geomancy in one turn and get +2 special attack, special defense, and speed. So Jynx is actually a pretty threatening Pokemon right now, especially in the face of Moltres and Weezing. We're in a pretty decent position. If my opponent led the Regigigas, it's likely they would have went for the Max Strike into the Xerneas, so maybe the Max Guard play would have saved me, but I'm pretty sure if my opponent led Regigigas, I would have just auto-lost the game. But thankfully my opponent like spared me. Maybe it's because like they saw the holiday theme team or something. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna go for Stored Power here. Unfortunately, after the Snarl, the Weezing lives with like a pair of HP, and I like wanted to cry that it lived with that little amount of HP, but it's not a big deal as the next Starfall is going to annihilate the Moltres as it is weak, and Fairy Aura, actually Fairy Aura is not active right now because Weezing, but it doesn't even need to be active. Xerneas is just so powerful because we're actually a physical attacking Xerneas. I gave my Geomancy support Xerneas a physical attacks for a reason you'll see in a future battle, but mainly because I wanted to just try to be creative with my use of Xerneas pretty much. I didn't want to use a typical Geomancy sweeping Xerneas, so we tried to enable Jynx with the Xerneas to do a little bit of sweeping. That was the main idea behind this team, but there's definitely some other strategies we also have on this team, as you'll see in the later battles. But here, we're actually going to go for Protect with my Jynx, as I am so scared of Sucker Punch from the Grimmsnarl. I don't really know why my opponent max guarded there. They literally have like 3 HP, but I just decided to Starfall into the Grimmsnarl. The Grimmsnarl is a much bigger threat than the Weezing because Grimmsnarl can potentially carry Sucker Punch and kill my Jynx, but thankfully the opponent doesn't carry Sucker Punch and we just knocked them out with the Starfall, so I could have just attacked there with Jynx, but my opponent protected anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, we're in a pretty good position right now. My opponent has a very low HP Weezing. He wasted their D-Max on the Weezing, and then they finally send out Regigigas after the Weezing's like on the brink of death. So yeah, at this point, we're gonna lose Dynamax with Xerneas, but that's fine. Xerneas Dynamax is only for copycatting Geomancy with Jynx, though Dynamax Xerneas is a very scary threat on its own. But yeah, my opponent forfeits, realizing that like they can't win once Weezing dies. So yeah, we're able to defeat my opponent. Had they led Regigigas, this game would have been much different, but hey, we take that. The Christmas magic manipulated them into not auto-rating the game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the first battle, and let's move on to the second battle. My second opponent here has a hyper offensive team. It looks like it was like made for Series 6. In fact, the Porygon Z Urshifu Clef kind of like screams Series 6 to me. So my opponent has a Series 6 HO team, which is still very scary for us to deal with as a Urshifu Porygon Z. Even though we're using Xerneas, it's still pretty scary for us to deal with, especially because my opponent actually has a, looks like they have like a holiday sweater. Where do I find that shirt? I would have worn that had I known about that shirt. But my opponent's going to lead off with Corviknight and Porygon Z. I lead off with the Xerneas and the Jynx again because I wanted to go for the Copycat Geomancy strat one more time. So we are going to Dynamax with Xerneas, go for Max Guard, skip the animation for you guys. And here my strategy backfires as my opponent's Jotaro. The PC goes for Protect and I'm like, oh no! As Copycat fails because the Porygon Z protected before I was able to Copycat Geomancy. And yeah, that was really depressing. I didn't see why my opponent would protect the PC. I really didn't expect that. But here I go for Max Guard again, just so Jynx can freaking Copycat the Geomancy, because at this point, I'm like, whatever. If they target into the Jynx, I don't even care. I'm over it because I was just upset. I already got the footage needed for Copycat Geomancy, but I figured it'd be funny for you guys to see the strategy flopping, because if Jynx doesn't move immediately after Xerneas, Copycat doesn't work. So yeah, the strategy, though it seems really fun to use, it does have a lot of weaknesses, but nonetheless, I still have had a lot of fun using it, as my opponent's going to go for Hyper Me here with their Porygon Z. Surprisingly, they didn't Dynamax it, and they go for Iron Head with their bulked up Corviknight, and they're able to double target and knock out my Rudolph. But honestly, I don't even care because I felt bad for using Dynamax Xerneas anyway. So down goes my Xerneas. It's what they deserve, and now we're going to bring in my Christmas tree. And here my Jynx is at +2 special attack and the hail is up, so I'm able to go for perfect accurate blizzards, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the blizzard here, and that's going to knock out the PZ, and we actually freeze the Corviknight, which I don't think really mattered because we're just going to knock it out with the subsequent blizzard. But it's funny that we froze the Corviknight with our Christmas magic, and here Blizzard's going to knock out the Corviknight. So right now it is looking pretty good for us. We have a +2 Jynx, but we do not have our D-Max, and the opponent still has their D-Max, so it's not looking that great. My opponent's going to bring out their Urshifu, and they're going to bring out their Clef. They have JoJo's names. I just noticed that. And my opponent's going to Dynamax their Urshifu, and I show the Dynamax animation because Urshifu's G-Max is low-key high.
Calm down, it's just a drawing.
But, I didn't say that. But yeah, my opponent's going to Dynamax their Urshifu, and I'm going to go for Helping Hand. And here, I expect my opponent to not Dynamax immediately and go for Sucker Punch into Jynx, but I should have not done that as Copycat fails. I tried to Copycat Blizzard in case they Sucker Punch. That's why I did that Copycat play. It looks really dumb. It does, but I did it for a reason. It was still a dumb play, as Miss Claus is going to get annihilated by G-Max Urshifu. And here, Blizzard is going to do 0, but we freeze the Urshifu. The Christmas magic comes through as we get our second freeze. That's hilarious. So the Christmas tree actually saves us for a bit, as long as Urshifu stays frozen, we do have a chance to win. Brave Bird, unfortunately, because the hustle's going to miss, so Delibird is a flop. We're gonna go for Blizzard again, and we freeze Clefairy. So we literally got 3 freezes thanks to Christmas magic. This battle, it was such a mess, but I felt like I had to showcase it because of the failed Copycat Geomancy and all these Blizzard freezes. And here, they're gonna get double frozen, and I keep missing Brave Bird because no amount of Christmas magic will allow me to hit a Hustle Brave Bird, as Blizzard is not gonna knock out Clefairy or the Urshifu, but as long as he stays frozen for one more turn, we'll just be able to knock them out with Blizzard and win the game. So it all comes down to if Urshifu stays frozen, and we're gonna go for Helping Hand with Delibird because we just can't hit a Brave Bird to save our lives. That's fine. And here my opponent's Clefairy thaws out. They go for Helping Hand, and I'm like, please don't thaw out with Urshifu. And thankfully they stay frozen thanks to Christmas magic, and Blizzard from the Christmas tree will knock out the Clefairy and the Urshifu. So yeah, this battle, we robbed them super hard, but wanna know what? That's just the power of Christmas magic. It exists, people. I had another holiday video where I got hacked similar to this, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that battle against Lorenzo. I'm sorry, but you used JoJo's name, so you low-key deserved it.
No, it's true. It's true.
Okay, my next opponent's team is
Having fun.
everything I did not want to see because Heatran just like melts my ice types, and then Kartana like eats Xerneas' whole, and then like Lando intimidates my Incineroar and stuff, and Delibird, and then Tyranitar can like rock slide everything, and then Tapu Fini like walls half my team. So yeah, this isn't looking too good for us. Wanna know what? Let's get into this battle against Alex, because this battle is pretty epic because I get to showcase attack that I didn't really get to showcase in my other battles. So let's get into this battle against Alex. So yeah, I forgot how long the black screen is. I gotta like cut out the black screen too because it takes a super long time to pop up. But yeah, my opponent's gonna lead off with Heatran and Tapu Fini, realizing that Heatran does super duper good against my holiday themed team, unfortunately, as we're gonna be leading off with Christmas Tree and Santa Claus. We finally lead off with Papa, Santa Claus, and we lead off with our Abomasnow. Now my opponent leading off with Tapu Fini is very convenient for me, as my Abomasnow does carry a move which synergizes very well with Misty Terrain. So my opponent is going to set up the Misty Surge for me, and that's just super good for us because here we are going to, I'm going to show this animation because we're going to Dynamax Daddy, we're going to Dynamax Santa Claus, my husband. I had to showcase this animation because
big, strong, muscular man. Oh,
I love Dynamax Daddy. So we're gonna Dynamax Santa Claus, as he is the main man of the holiday theme team, though not really. It's kind of Jynx and Xerneas. I didn't really build a team around Cinnamore, but it's fine. We're gonna go for Swagger. Yes, we have Swagger. Now the reason we have Swagger is because if I go for, you know, the G-Max Fairy move or D-Max Fairy move with my Xerneas, I'll set up Misty Terrain so I can go for Swagger into my own Xerneas and give it attack boost. That was the thought process. And also because Tapu Fini is on like every single VGC team, so we're able to do stuff like this where we're able to Swagger into our D-Max Daddy Incineroar, give ourselves +2 attack, and then Max Airstream is because we're role-playing, and that's how Incineroar controls the sleigh. And here my opponent's gonna go for Earth Power, inactivate our weakness policy. So Daddy Santa Incineroar is at +4 attack, +2 special attack, +1 speed, and my opponent is gonna go for Calm Mind with Tapu Fini, thinking that they can just wall me out, but no, Daddy Roar is at +4 attack now, so you better watch out. You better not cry. Santa Roar is gonna show you why he is Santa, and I don't know what I'm even saying. I haven't narrated in such a long time, forgive me. But here we're gonna go for Max Guard because my opponent Dynamax Heatran. I kind of cut out the animation to save you guys some time. Thank me later. But yeah, my opponent is going to allow me to get Aurora Veil up. We actually outspeed Heatran thanks to the Max Airstream boost, which is very nice, which means Santa Roar will take less damage. Here my opponent's going to try to go for Max Quake as we're able to protect ourselves with Incineroar, and Incineroar is at +4 attack right now, and I keep speeding up the hail animations as well, just to save you guys some time. I understand it is the holidays, so I'm not trying to keep you guys here all day with pointless animations, and it just gives me more stuff to ramble over, but honestly, rambling is difficult after you have to sit through DMX animations 50 times. I'm sorry, but here, Max Darkness just barely misses out on the knockout on Heatran because Heatran is super bulky when it's Dynamaxed, which is very tragic as now the Heatran's able to go for a Max Quake into my Daddy Incineroar and knock them out. But if I was able to knock out the Heatran there, I think I would have just auto won the game from that moment, just because Santa Roar would just be like super stacked up, and like I had my speed boost, I was chilling. I'm actually max speed Incineroar, so I'd be able to outspeed their mons in the back. Well, actually that's not entirely true, but I don't know, I wanted Santa Roar to stay alive there, but both Heatran and Tapu Fini are very close to death from the hail, so we're still chilling. My opponent's gonna go for a Moonblast as we tank it reasonably well for a +1 special attack Moonblast. But we also get our special attack lowered, which kind of sucks, but hey, what can you do? And here we're going to send out our Starmie, and yeah, I'm going to try to just conserve my Abomasnow. That was some pretty awkward cutting, I'm sorry. Here we're going to go for Icy Wind, knock out Fini and Heatran with our Icy Wind, and Icy Wind is such a nice move to have on Starmie. I actually have Assurance with the Incineroar, so I can go for Icy Wind or Blizzard with, you know, Jynx or Starmie, and then go for Assurance afterwards for the double damage. That was just one of the many other synergies I have on this team. But here my opponent's going to reveal Kartana, and they're going to reveal Landorus, the other broken reindeer. So in comes Landorus Thick, and I'm like, okay, this isn't too big of a deal as long as I'm able to get the Icy Wind off. I should be fine. So I'm gonna go for a Helping Hand right here, and I'm like, okay, Icy Wind, I will outspeed Lando and Kartana, but Lando reveals to be Scarf, which is pretty sad for us, as it means like you know, even after Icy Wind speed drop, Abomasnow won't outspeed, and then Kartana is going to dodge the Icy Wind. So Icy Wind is literally like, it always like breaks my heart in videos, and Icy Wind misses out on the KO on Lando T even with the helping hand, and then Leaf Blade's going to knock out my poor Christmas star. So down goes our Starmie to a crit, unfortunately, but whatever, down goes Starmie. And then our last is the Christmas tree, and due to the Icy Wind missing, we won't be able to outspeed Kartana. And then due to it being Scarf Lando T, I'm pretty sure Rock Slide will just knock us out anyway, but maybe we'll be able to live a Rock Slide because we took not too much from a +1 special attack Moonblast, but because of the Icy Wind miss on Kartana, Sacred Sword's going to seal the deal, knock us out, and we're going to lose the battle. There's no amount of Christmas magic that'll let us beat Landorus Thick and Kartana, even though we have like 5 ice types, so Landorus T shouldn't really be an issue, but when it carries Scarf Rock Slide, it kind of messed me up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed a loss. PokeTubers posting losses? Yes, call it a Christmas miracle. Okay, so my final opponent today, Zelda, has Wolfie's Colossal team, and I do not want Cole for Christmas because Colossal kind of destroys my Christmas theme team. Xerneas can't touch it. I have 3 ice types, Incineroar doesn't like Colossal, and Starmie is like the only Pokemon that can remotely threaten it. And Delibird does have Drill Run, so if I do Dynamax Delibird, I could Max Quake it. But like, they're just gonna kill me before I can touch it with Max Quake, so it's not looking too good for Delibird. So I lead off with my Starmie and my Incineroar. As my opponent leads off with Rillaboom and Incineroar, I was really hoping they would lead off with Dragapult and Colossal, go for Surf to give my Incineroar weakness policy, and then I Dynamax my Starmie and go for the Max Geyser as I live because I'm Assault Vest, and then I just win. But they're actually playing patiently, so I'm like, no. Ho ho ho, no. So I gotta like actually change my game plan completely, otherwise I'll lose like turn 1. So I cannot let Starmie get chipped, otherwise Colossal will destroy me. So I bring out my Gifting Winds, my Delibird, because that is essentially what you're doing when you're using Delibird. Is I'm also gonna switch out with my Santa Claus because my Incineroar is intimidated. I need my Daddy Roar to be doing some decent damage. So my opponent's gonna go for the Fake Out into my Gifting Winds, and they're also gonna go for a Grassy Glide into Delibird because people love double targeting Delibird, though they didn't actually intentionally target Delibird as I switched it in, but a lot of people do double target Delibird because, I don't know, I didn't post those battles because they were depressing, but people always double target Delibird, and for what? What did Delibird do? Through some Christmas miracle, we're able to live Grassy Glide, connect the Hustle Brave Bird, and knock out Rillaboom. So that is the one time Delibird looked useful in this video. So good job Delibird, but unfortunately Delibird had to sacrifice its life and the Christmas magic to pull off a feat of getting 1 kill. So good job Delibird, but now we gotta rely on our other teammates like Christmas Star and Jynx, which is not really a position I was comfortable in because obviously Jynx doesn't really synergize too well with Starmie. But we're gonna Dynamax my Starmie here as my opponent's gonna go for a Light Screen with the Dragapult, so now my special attack is gonna be doing 0. We're gonna go for Max Rockfall with my Starmie. Now at this moment in the battle, I realized some unintentional synergy I had with Starmie and Jynx at this moment, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta show this, I gotta showcase this. I don't even care if I lose because we're gonna go for Max Rockfall, and here we're gonna copycat with our Jynx, and we're gonna go for the Meteor Beam. So I'm like, oh my god, if we can get the Meteor Beam into Incineroar, we'll be in a not that great of a position, but it'll look cool. So we're gonna go for the Meteor Beam, get a special attack boost, activate our Power Herb, and now we're gonna go for the Meteor Beam. Jynx, please have the eyes on the prize, on the handsome Incineroar. You know you want to hit him, right? You know you want to hit him, but no. Copycat randomly targets, so we target the Dragapult, and then they're able to go for Parting Shot into my Starmie, and now my Starmie is -1 special attack. We set up the sand for the incoming Colossal, and my opponent has a Light Screen. So we're at -1 special attack, sands up, and Light Screen's up. So I'm like, oh, we lost so hard, but wanna know what? I got to showcase Copycat Meteor Beam, so I'm still satisfied. I hope you guys enjoyed that. But here my opponent's just gonna finish me off, Dynamax their Colossal, and because Grassy Terrain is up, despite the fact I am Assault Vest, I will die to a Max Overgrow and Grassy Terrain at +2 special attack into Starmie. And even if I don't, like, look at how little the Surf does to his own Colossal. Like, it does so little, and he's going to, you know, get a Steam Engine, and he's going to Activate his weakness policy. Yeah, that's the unenthusiastic weakness policy you get when you use Colossal. Sorry, you don't get any respect from me. Not really, Colossal isn't that degenerate. I just, you know, my team isn't equipped well to take it on. But here my opponent's gonna go for Vocalist surprisingly instead of Overgrow. Maybe he doesn't carry Overgrow on his Colossal, though I'm pretty sure Wolfie does, so I don't know why he didn't go for Overgrow, but we're able to live, go for Max Geyser, and I'm like, yes, I'll be able to get some really good damage. Oh.
Game over.
So I'm like, oh, we still lost pretty bad, but I don't know what. We had a good run for it, except Jynx has Copycat, and I'm like, Jynx, Christmas miracle, hit Hydro Pump into Colossal, and it actually targets correctly, hits Hydro Pump in the rain, and knocks out Colossal. That was the best way to end off this holiday themed video because I really thought I lost the battle. But I copycatted on the off chance that like I was able to get through the turn with Starmie and, you know, Max Geyser didn't kill. I just like clicked copycat because I thought I lost, but we're able to knock out Colossal. My opponent's gonna go for Breaking Swipe as it does do a lot of damage to my Jynx and my Starmie, but that's fine because I'm actually able to showcase another tech with copycat because I'm like, well, I don't know what, if my Pokemon are able to live, then oh my god, I'll be able to showcase another funny tech. So we're able to go for Max Mindstorm, do super little to Dragon Bolt because of -1 special attack and Light Screen. And here, Jynx is going to go for the Copycat, and we're going to be able to abuse the Psychic Terrain Storm we just set up and go for the Expanding Force. So let's have a recap. Jynx copycatted Geomancy, sure, but Jynx copycatted Meteor Beam, copycatted Hydro Pump after Starmie set up the Rain, so we're able to knock out the Colossal, and then we copycatted Expanding Force after Starmie set up Psychic Terrain, so we're able to go for Expanding Force. To be honest, like I didn't plan to use like copycat like that, but honestly, I was just amazed that I had like the awareness to know that I could like Meteor Beam with Starmie and then copycat it. I had Meteor Beam on Starmie for like last year and stuff. I didn't actually intend to copycat Meteor Beam with Jynx, but the fact that like I realized I could do that like mid-battle and then I could like copycat Max Geyser and then get Hydro Pump and then copycat like Max Mindstorm and get Expanding Force, like my mind. But yeah, here with Starmie, we're able to go for the flip turn into our daddy Santoroar, activate his weakness policy, and now our Santoroar is going to assert dominance, go for the acrobatics, and our Santoroar, if you saw Incineroar in the mall, who wouldn't want to sit on his lap? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, we're able to defeat Zelda thanks to Copycat Jynx. Literally all thanks to her. So good job, Miss Claus. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the holiday theme team video. It was really fun to put together. I did make some adjustments to my team like mid-video. Like some of you guys may have noticed that my Starmie had 5 moves. Like I used Icy Wind in the battle prior. So yeah, I got rid of Flip Turn for Icy Wind, but in that battle I had Flip Turn over Icy Wind. So yeah, I figured I would explain that. If you want to use the team for yourself, spread some holiday cheer and memes, here's the team. It is not legal on the rated ladder because Xerneas is not legal in VGC right now, but you could troll some people with it on the casual ladder, and let me know if you do get some good wins with like Delibird and the copycat Xerneas Geomancy and stuff. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the video. It is my Christmas wish to stay relevant on YouTube, so be sure to leave a like on the video. Leave comments telling me what you're doing for the holiday, how you felt about this video. And I know a lot of you guys really don't like the bad upload frequency, and I really want to change that going into 2021. I'm actually gonna start like doing content I want to like do. Hopefully that helps with my upload schedule. I really want to try stream more and just really be more interactive with my community. So I do have a link to my Discord in the description if you want to join that. And that pretty much does it. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. I love you all very, very much, and I hope you guys have a great holiday.